Welcome back to Digital Class, and this is our PSLE last minute revision, and this is for set number C. And now we need to look at our first question, which is from Nanyang Paper 1, question number 9. This is about pie chart and also graph. So this question, it says that the pie chart shows the amount of money Jessica spent on different items on her trip. So we are given a pie chart where we know that food is 90 degree, which is actually 1/4 of the total amount of money spent. Okay. And the amount of money Jessica spent on the different items on her trip is also represented by the bar graph. So we can see that hotel is 500, food is 6, 7, 8, 800, and airfare is 500, and shopping we're not sure. Okay. And the question now asking, how much did Jessica spend on shopping? We are looking for this, which is the missing one. And again, interestingly, we know 1/4 is spent on food. And I know 1/4 is actually what? 800. So 4/4, which is the total, will be 800 times 4, which is 3200. So the total is 3200. And of course, to look for shopping, it's very easy. We just use the total to minus the other fares. So 500, 800, 500. And we'll find out the answer is actually $1,400. So how much did Jessica spend on shopping? That is option number 1. Okay, simple, easy. Let's move on to our next question. Question 2, or actually SGS paper 1, question number 14. So this question here say that study the table below. So we are given A, B, C, D as column, and row 1, 2, 3, and blah, 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 and row. So the question now is ask the algebraic expression for row N, column C. So basically it's column C, row N, which is here lah. Okay. But interestingly, is actually kind of hard. Why? Because most of the time when we do this question, we don't relate it to algebra, right? That's why it's kind of confusing. What is algebra? But no worries. We just make it simple. We just make it simple that we just see row n, right? Which we don't know row n. So we want to find when n is 1, is the answer 6, and row is 2 is answer 10. We just test. That's all. Let me just mention it again. What's the algebraic expression for row n, column C? So we just need to try. When n is equal to 1, is it equal to 6? If it's equal to 6, then that will be the algebraic expression that we're looking for. Okay? So let's try here. N plus 4. If n is 1, 1 plus 4 is equal to what? 5. It's not 6 there. This is wrong. Simple? Let's move on. N plus 14. N is 1. 1 plus 14. It's 15 leh. It's not 10. It's not 6 leh. Wrong. Next one. 4n plus 2. 4n. 4n means 4 times n. So 4 times 1, 4 plus 2. Is equal to 6. That's why the answer is option number 3. That's all. Okay. So what we are doing here is called evaluate. Okay. That we put the value of the variable inside to find out the answer. Yeah, and that's correct. And of course, if you want to try out this, you get it's actually 4, because 4 times 1, 4. Okay, which is wrong. That's all, done already. This is a kind of pattern question, but it's in algebra. Yeah, actually nothing related to pattern in this sense. So let's move on to our next question. Nanhua Paper 1, question number 15. So here says that in the school, 40% of the pupils were boys. So now I have boys, I have girls. Boy is 40%. Girls will be 60%. Okay. And 5% of the boys and 20% of the girls walk to school. Now, if I want to be specific that walk to school, then it will be 40% of the 5% of the 40%. I should say this. Or 20% of the 60% that is actually going to school. Now, if I want to find exactly what is the percentage, then we just calculate. Okay. So here will be 40 times 5 divided by 100. So you might be confused, but 40% times 5% is actually 40 times 5 divided by 100. Why? Because this percent is used here. You might be asked then, how about this percent? Because this percent, we still need to keep it. So we'll be like, divide, 5 times 4, 20, cut, 2%. Okay, so you can see that this is kept for the last. Okay, that's why this divide is here. So here will be 60 times 20 divided by 100%. So cut. So here is 12%. So percentage of the pupils that walk to school. So boys 2%, girls 12%. So 2 plus 12%. So the answer is 14%. That's all. Done. Option number 1. Okay. So kind of confusing if we deal with percentage, but that's how we solve it. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. This is from SGS paper 1, question number 15. So let's move on. A baker can bake either 100 big cookies or 150 small cookies using the same amount of ingredient. So basically you should know that it's 100 big one is actually the same as 150 small one. It's something to know. Now, after baking 80 big cookies, what is the maximum number of small cookies he can bake with the remaining ingredient? So you can just take a look. 100 big one is equal to 150 small one. Now, you know that we can bake only 100 big or 150 small. So if I have 80 big already, so I'll be like 150 divided by 100 times 80. So I simplify. So 15 times 8 is actually equal to 120. So which means that if I bake 80 big already, which actually equivalent to 120 small one. And now the question asks, maximum small cookies that you can bake with the remaining. So you can see here, I have 150 I can bake. I bake already 120, which is equivalent to 80. Then I just use 150 minus 120. So I know it's 30 small one. So the answer is what? Option number 2. That's all, we are done. Let's move on to the next question. Pei Chun School, paper 1, question 24. So before we draw, again, reminder here. First, please use ruler to draw. Second, please use pencil and draw slightly a bit darker. Don't be too light. And the third, please label. Okay, so let's move on. In the given square grid below, draw a trapezium ABCD where AD is twice the length of BC. Trapezium means that you are having only one pair of parallel lines. You're having one pair of parallel lines. So ABC, so D is somewhere here, okay? But AD is twice the length of BC. Line AB and BC are given. Twice. So let's look at here. Let me just use green color. A, B, C, D. So 1, 2, 3, here is 3 unit. Here is 1 unit. So if it's twice, so you should expect that it should be double. So it will be like C. BC is 3, 1. So AD will be like 6 unit, 2. So it will be like this. correct? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. So it'll be somewhere here. So, so it'll be like this. Here will be our D. Okay, use ruler, please. I'm just not able to use ruler. So, yeah. So it'll be like this. Okay, yeah. That is our trapezium. Okay, so after you draw this, please remove all these things that's not necessary. Oops. Oops. Okay, let me draw it back. Now, next part, B. Draw a triangle ABE. Now, AB is given already. E, whereas angle BAE is 90 degree and AB is equal to AE. Again, so we are trying to make sure the length will be the same and at the same time it's 90 degree. So I think let me redraw this. Oh, this is weird. Okay, something like this. So, same thing. You can see B to A is like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's actually like 3 unit, 2 unit. So if moving to that side, you should expect that it will be something similar. Okay? It will be like, example here. Here will be 3 unit. Here will be 2 unit. Why? Because 90 degree. So it will flip over. Okay? So my will be like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it will be here. Here will be my E. Okay, so just draw the line. Oops. Like this. Draw the line like this. Okay, so here is 90 degree. Please label as here is asking you to label. Okay, because they are telling you it's 90 degree. So A, B, E. That's all. You are done. Good. Okay, let's move on to our next question. Next question. Okay, let's move on to angles again. So this is from SGS paper 2, question number 9. So here says that in the figure below, not drawn to scale, EFGH is a square. Again, when it's a square, expect that this all lines will be the same. Here, all the side will be 90 degree. Okay? And it's overlapping a trapezium ABCD, trapezium, whereas AB is parallel to DC. Now, this sign means parallel. So you should just label parallel, parallel. CHG is 25 degree and IFC is 33 degree. Okay, so find X. Interestingly, this is a square and this is like cut into half. So I know that half of it, 90 divided by 2 is what? 45. So I know that here will be 45 and here will be 45. And of course, I know a part of the 45 is 25. X will be 45 minus 25, 20. Okay, let me just put degree. That's all. A is 20 degree. We are done. So let's move on to B. B is asking for angle EBF. Let me just write here. B is asking angle EBF. EBF is here. Probably our first reaction is actually to try to look for here and here, right? Here is easy to look for because we know 90 degree, 180 minus 90 minus 83, look for here. But the problem here is here. I cannot find the angle here. I know here is 90, but in order to find here, I need to find here. Then I can't find here. Yeah, nothing, no information that are able to help me to find here. Mm, It's actually, there is like 20, 45. Yeah, find here, then find here, then find here. Yeah. But the easiest way probably is to go around here. Oh yeah, there's two ways lah. See which way you want to go. But let me just try here. So I know here is 25. I know here is 90. So what will be here? So that will be 180 minus 90 minus 25. Then I'll be able to get 100 minus 90, 90 minus 25 will be 65 degree. So I'll be fine here is 65 degree. Then I'll be fine here is 65 degree. So what is here? So here will be 180 minus 65 minus 33 degree. That will be 82 degree. So here's 82. So you might be wondering why I'm looking for here. Because very important, this is a trapezium. This line are parallel. And because of that, the angles here and the angles here add together is actually 100 degree. So 180 minus 82 degree, and the answer is 98 degree. And there's the area here. Oh, there's an angle here. Yeah, and you're done. Okay, good. So another method that I've actually just now I thought that I can't find it, but yeah, I'm able to find it. It's actually like you found here is 20, then you find the angle here. The same rules like what we did just now. The angle here and here add up is 180. Then you found here, then you find here, then you find here, then you find here, then you find the angle here. Of course, more steps lah, but yeah. Anyway, we have two ways to find the answer. Okay, let's move on to our next question. And that will be the last question for this video. Okay, let's look at this question. So this question here says that the figure below is made out of a rectangle and a square. And the ratio of the area of rectangle to square is 11 to 8. The ratio of the unshaded area of a rectangle and unshaded area of square is 5 to 3. And the length of the square is 12 cm. What is the area of the shaded part? Okay, so let me just write out here. So I have rectangle and I have square. So at first I have 11 to 8. This is the whole thing, whole rectangle, whole square. And interestingly, here mentioned that the unshaded area of rectangle is of square is 5 to 3, which means that if I minus away the shaded part and minus away the shaded part, the area will be, the ratio of the area will be 5 to 3. And what is even interesting is that the shaded part that I'm being minus away for rectangle and from square is actually the same. Which means that this S actually is the same. And when these two are the same, if you have learned from our previous videos, you should know that if they're minusing the same from both sides, the difference is actually the same. Just like the example I gave before. Like if I have 4 here, I have 2 here. The difference is what? 2. If I minus away 1, now become 3. I minus away 1. The difference is what? It's still 2. So as long as I minus the same amount on both sides, it will be the same. The difference will be the same. The same thing, if I add back 1, add back 1, here is still. So as long as I minus the same or add back the same amount on both sides, the difference will be the same. Okay, that's a theory for this. Okay, so this is what a concept. This is actually a concept called unchanged difference. Okay, let's move on. So what's our difference here? 11 minus 8 is 3. What's our difference here? 5 minus 3 is 2. So the difference supposed to be the same, but they're not the same. So we need to use LCM to make it the same. So what's the LCM of 3 and 2? It will be 6. So I times 2 here, times 2 here, times 2 here. So I times 3 here, I times 3 here, I times 3 here. So he'll be 6, he'll be 6. So he'll be 16, 22, 15, 9. Yeah. And you notice that, can you see here? 22 become 15, actually minus how many unit? 7 unit, right? 19 become 9 minus 7 unit. Yeah, and if that works, you can see they are the same, means that the whole thing is logical now. Okay? And basically now you know that the shaded part now is actually 7 unit. The shaded part is 7 unit. Okay? Now, the interesting part now to find out is here. The length of the square is 12 cm. Means that here is 12 cm, right? So here is also 12 cm. So what's the area of square? The area of square will be 12 times 12, which is 144 cm squared. And now, what is the unit? What's the unit for our square now? If you look carefully, the unit for our square now is 16. Teacher, can we use the old one? No, 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 no. Don't use the old one. Use the new one. So now I know what? Now I know 16 unit is equal to 144. And now we're looking for area of the shaded part, which is how many unit? 7 unit. If 16 unit is 144, what is 7 unit? What we need to do is just use 144 divide by 16 and times 7. So 144 divided by 16 times 7, that is 63 cm squared. And that is the answer for our question. That's all we are done for our set C. So again, this is something actually is quite common. All these questions is actually quite common. It's nothing special or nothing very difficult. Okay? Practice more. That's all. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.